Wrestling is going through a weird period right now. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, but modern wrestling just feels bland. In my last video, I gave some of my thoughts on why I wasn't really feeling AEW as heavy as other wrestling fans were. It's not very good in my opinion, but if you're feeling it, it's all good. There's plenty of different flavors of ice cream out there, except yours kind of tastes like hot dog water, but that's besides the point. If there's one thing you'll learn about me, it's that I'll always keep it real with you guys. I'm not gonna BS or ride a specific company for views like other unnamed YouTube channels. Every wrestling company has its faults, and I'm not afraid to point them out. And if you're looking for detailed analysis videos, I'm probably not that guy. This is essentially just me thinking out loud. With that being said, I'm all about equal opportunity, and now I'm going to talk about AEW's big brother, the WWE. Vince McMahon's brainchild that has gone from must-see television to just another show on TV with a bigger fall-off than Fetty Wap in 2018. Even if the WWE really isn't that bad and is making record profits, it still feels like the show is just one big glorified soap opera. The WWE is 50 shades of trash now. Why? Let's talk about it. I just recently turned 25, and I don't know if this is just me getting older now, but modern WWE just isn't hitting for me anymore. I stopped watching regularly in 2018, and I still don't watch nearly as heavily as I used to. One big reason why is the segments and stories just aren't entertaining anymore. Of course, everything going on with Roman Reigns right now is pure money, but everything else just feels dry. I'm not for anyone losing their job, but something needs to be done about that creative team. Hollywood writers shouldn't be allowed to write wrestling shows. The stuff that we see on a weekly basis is either cheap comedy segments or poorly scripted angles. And to be quite honest, you can't put all the blame on the writers. At the end of the day, the man with the final say is Vince. This is the kind of content he likes. Honestly, if I never knew about wrestling and started watching today, I'd be laughing about how goofy it looks. Raw and SmackDown are the equivalent of half-seasoned chicken. Part of it will taste great, but the rest will just have you sitting at the dinner table wondering why the hell it was cooked this way. Personally, I blame Tony Khan for the WWE still being hot ass. AEW was supposed to be the second coming of the Attitude Era and give the WWE a reason to be better. Instead, AEW turned out to be just another version of that half-seasoned chicken. The WWE has no reason to change because there's no real competition. I'll give Impact Wrestling its flowers. It's definitely okay now, but Dixie Carter definitely fumbled when it mattered the most. And ROH right now is somehow still alive. There's more talent than there's ever been in the WWE, but Vince doesn't use half of them to their true potential. Which brings me to my next point, the releases. I still don't understand how the WWE has released the equivalent of 3 territories within the past few years alone. If they want to call it a business decision, then sure, whatever. But they're definitely feeling the effects of those releases now because there's only like 5 main event guys and the rest feel like mid-card guys or enhancement talent. Based on the details of the sexual misconduct that's going on right now, it seems like the releases were more than just budget cuts, if you know what I mean. Nah, I'm only joking, but still, with all the injuries piling up, we only have Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Edge, Rhea Ripley, and sort of kinda Brock Lesnar whenever he shows up. Cody Rhodes was being booked like the second coming of Jesus until he got hurt too. We can only see that crop of talent face each other so many times before the fans get tired of it. They need to build up the roster and bring back the days where the roster was full of main event worthy talent. The pieces are there. Vince just doesn't have enough faith in his roster anymore. There are guys that the fans want interchanged in those higher positions, but Vince either puts them on main event, or they'll just get the McMahon boot, get shipped off to AEW, where they'll probably get paid a whole lot of money to do a whole lot of nothing. And honestly, if that were me, I'd want to get shipped to AEW too. But all in all, kind of a short video, but what more needs to be said about the WWE at this point that hasn't already been said? Vince is stuck in his old ways and nothing's gonna change. Just imagine a dream where he actually, listened to the fans, or even Triple H, who built those fans' his favorite wrestler in NXT just to watch them flounder on the main roster. The company needs a hard reset. It can still be sports entertainment, just make it entertaining. But yeah, moral of the story is the WWE is just half seasoned chicken. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know.